So there are barriers in life that limit people. There are gates of iron that limit people. There are people today who are walking everywhere, but they are inside a cage. Come on, say, I'm coming out. Barriers are limitation. They are hindrances that can be put before people. There are self-made barriers, and there are spiritual barriers. I'm going to be mentioning some of the physical barriers, and I'm going to be mentioning some of the spiritual barriers. Let's look at some of the self-made barriers, physical barrier. One of them could be ignorance. Come on, say ignorance. In book of Hosea chapter 4 verse, it says, my people are destroyed for lack of what? Knowledge. Barrier could be sinful life, a lifestyle. Sometimes some of our way, the way we do things, our lifestyle can hinder God from doing what he wants to do. Laziness could be a barrier. I told you there are three kinds of laziness. There are mental laziness that make people not to be able to study or read. There is physical laziness and there is a spiritual laziness, which means some people not to be able to pray or fast or do anything that is spiritual. Ingratitude can be a barrier. When you are not grateful to God and to people around you, it could be a barrier. When you're always complaining. Some people, their life is full of complaint. Amen? When people are worshiping God in church, they say, what has God done for me? But you are alive. You know that's more than anything. Physical barrier could be pride. You are a proud person. Physical barrier could be complacency. You just think where I am is okay. But whereas God has something better for you. In everything God will do for you in life, you have your part to play. If God has destined you to spend 120 years, you can use wrong food and wrong lifestyle to reduce it to 60 years. And if God has noticed that the organ he gave to you is for 120 years, but your lifestyle you have used to reduce to 60 years, he will call you back home. Now, let's look at the spiritual barrier. One of the barriers spiritually could be a curse in the family you come from. Now, curses are words spoken by a supernatural person into life. It may be not to you directly, it may be to your forefather. If your grandfather has been a victim of a pronouncement, it can affect you. And the day you are going to get out of it is the day you realize that you are ready to come out. What Jesus came to do for us is in twofold. He has come to save us from our sin, but he also come to deliver us. When Jesus called Lazarus with his mouth, he said, Lazarus, come forth. The Bible says, he that was dead came out. Am I right? But after he came out, they say, lose him and do what? Let him go. Two things, two levels. Salvation and deliverance. Oh, many people are saved, but they are not delivered. Amen? They are saved from sin. They are saved from eternal damnation. When you die, you go to heaven. But deliverance is the second fold. Salvation and deliverance. Both of them, you must have it. Now, old Christianity taught us to be saved, but they didn't teach many people to be delivered. Am I right? That's why they will teach you how to be a good Christian, how to make heaven, how to live a Christian life. That's the old Christianity. That's the white man Christianity they brought to us. But deliverance did not happen until God began to raise churches where they begin to deal with deliverance. Are you with me tonight? Is somebody hearing me tonight? So you can be a Christian born again. You are saved, but you need to be delivered. Our olden days father, they understand this more than we do. When somebody wants to get married in those days, their way of matching is not the education. It's not the wealth of the family. They look at what are the sicknesses in that family. They will go and investigate. They know there is no way they can overcome it. As long as you come from that family, you will enter it. So they will tell their son or tell their daughter, hey, you can't marry in that family because in that family it is known that they die young. It is known that they have a particular sickness. Is somebody hearing me now? But thank God for Jesus. Thank God for the grace of God today. Amen? Amen. When you are a child of God, you overcome all these causes. Because the Bible says, Christ has redeemed me. Come on, say, Christ has redeemed me. Another hindrance called barrier, spiritual barrier, is what I call near success syndrome. What I call it? Oh, some people in life, they just discover there is a force in them that make them lay hands on things, but they never finish. They have problem of poor finishing. They have gone to school, they didn't finish well. They are in a relationship, they didn't finish well. Everything they try to do does not finish. They get pregnant. After 6 months, they lose it because there's a near success. Number 3 barrier, cobweb spirit, is a barrier. A man told me every time I'm going for a job interview, anytime I'm going to defend a project, as I'm entering the building, I'll just say cobwebs. Nobody will see, only me will see it. I already know I've received the results. It's an hindrance. There are people today, they see cobwebs. Nobody ever sees them. They are the only ones seeing it. That's an hindrance. It's a barrier. Another barrier in the realm of the spirit is what I call pick and drop spirit. What I call it? When they pick a blessing, it drop in their hands. When they pick a job, it drop in their hands. When they pick relationship, it drop in their hands. Anything they lay their hands upon, it drop. Another barrier, I'm looking at spiritual barrier that hinder people. Emblem of darkness. What I call it? That's a logo of darkness. They put the emblem of darkness before people. There are people today, there is a mark on them, spiritual mark. Anywhere they go, they don't see them. Amen? Darkness is designed to cover you. Come on, say, I shall not be covered. I can hear your voice. There are some of you that are walking around your helper, but they cannot see you. There are some of you who are walking around the person that's supposed to marry you, but you are not seeing each other because something is covering you. In this service today, the emblem of darkness covering you shall be removed.
What you call normal, I call mundane. The ordinary or the standard has become the boring and the predictable. Beneath that thin layer of routine or commonality, there's something waiting to rise, something begging to be unleashed. The only question is, are you ready to break free?